Who gets fired first? Which team will be the biggest disappointment? Who wins MVP? Who's going to be in the Super Bowl? I know the answers. I'm your football prophet, Brandon Perna, and it's one of my favorite annual episodes, my bold, stupid, and very accurate NFL predictions as we prepare to head into the 2024 football season. I do have an important update. There's no script this year. Roger Goodell had all of the script writers fired, and the NFL has simply invested in a proprietary chat GPT type AI machine to foretell its season. It's simply called AIFL. AIFL. And anyone who is subscribed to basic cable, NFL Plus, ESPN Plus, Peacock, Netflix, Amazon Prime Video, Red Zone Sunday Ticket, and Andy Reid's OnlyFans account has totally free access to the AIFL. Now, I am one of those people who pay for all of those things, and that's because I never want to miss a minute of NFL action, which is why I am able to accurately predict everything you will hear and see in today's episode. Interestingly, I find Andy Reid's OnlyFans account to provide the best value. So let's predict the football future with deadly accuracy on... Boom! Today's episode is sponsored by My Dreams and Bear Mattress, who gives me my dreams. Look, they're still offering a massive discount right now for That's Good Sports Junkies, a mattress, big purchase, which is why I wouldn't recommend it to you if I didn't personally use it. If you want to save big on this significant purchase, go to bearmattress.com/that'sgood and use my code That's Good to get a higher discount than anywhere else on planet Earth. I received my Bear mattress last summer. It's been over a year now, and I'm savoring every last peaceful night of rest until football season returns. And it's been like 99 degrees here every day the last few weeks, and I don't like that because I sleep hot. But that's why I chose the Elite Hybrid mattress. It's designed to keep you cool, as Bear uses cooling technology and a 5-zone support coil system to help pull heat away from your body to keep you cool all night long. And yes, I'm dreaming that my new quarterback is also an Elite Hybrid. That is also fiberglass free. Unlike finding a new QB, Bear takes out the guesswork. Take the easy online quiz to determine which mattress is best for your sleeping and body type. We love the mattress so much that we got one for our daughter, who's about to turn 4, and for my wife Jess when she has to sleep in the same room with our lovely but sleepless child. Jess has an incredible mattress to sleep on now when our daughter has a nightmare, and she has slept so much better since we made that change with the trundle bed. So just go to bearmattress.com/that's good to get 40% off plus $400 in sleep accessories dropped off right at your door. You can sleep like a baby knowing there's a 120-night sleep trial to test your mattress along with the lifetime guarantee. Plenty of time to see if Bear can help you sleep when your football team is giving you night terrors. All right, I'm going right for gold, and I'm giving you this year's AIFL's MVP, and it's going to be Bills QB Josh Allen. That's right. And Jordan Love, as the two become the first co-MVPs since Peyton Manning and Steve McNair. The long pause was for dramatic effect. I was told by YouTube my videos need to be more dramatic. Now this would be really cool for the history books because the only other duo to share the award in NFL history was Brett Favre and Barry Sanders. And now I find myself thinking and wondering who Brett Favre will share his prison cell with one day.
I am not a role model. I'm a jeans model.
Josh Allen, though, has come within a dick's hair of winning MVP a couple times already, while Jordan Love played MVP caliber football in the last 8 games of 2023. And Josh's new mustache hair is what will get him there, all right? Oh my God, that thing is... Oh, I want to kiss that flavor saver. Watch that flavor saver throw a football. And you know what? If this video gets 50,000 likes, I'll rock a mustache for all of September. Trust me, my wife hates it. It's really a punishment for her. Should we punish my wife? But here's the thing. You want to know why I also feel good about picking Jordan Love to win MVP? It's because Skip Bayless agrees with me. And Skip is almost always right, especially lately. If you were going to handicap the MVP race, you'd find that Josh Allen has the third highest odds to win the award behind Mahomes and CJ Stroud. Jordan Love is fifth on the list behind Joe Burrow and actually one spot ahead of two-time MVP Lamar Jackson. The craziest part of this list is probably that Colts quarterback Anthony Richardson, a man with 4 career starts and multiple injuries, has higher odds than Matthew Stafford of Super Bowl champion fame. If Love and Allen are going to have a chance to win this award, I think they'll both have to secure the 1 seed in their respective conferences, and I give that an outside chance of happening. Of course, that will only make Buffalo's impending playoff collapse all the more painful. Sorry, Bills fans. Now, the main reason I like Jordan Love and Josh Allen over, say, CJ Stroud at this point is because of Stephon Diggs. Josh will get a lot of credit for playing the same with what people have labeled as a bunch of nobodies to throw the football to with the departures of Gabe Davis and Stephon Diggs. Diggs will get a lot of credit if CJ Stroud somehow looks even better in year 2. And Jordan Love, like Josh Allen, will benefit from playing, well, with a bunch of young receivers who have yet to fully catch national attention. My rushing leader prediction? Well, if the Los Angeles Rams didn't take Blake Corum, who I think they will use a fair amount this season, I would be picking Kyren Williams as my rushing leader in 2024. He missed 5 games last season and still got 228 carries, which was 13th most for all backs. He averaged 5 yards per carry, and the Rams proved their offensive line had found its groove without Big Wit.
At the end of the day, you're all going to die.
Christian McCaffrey, probably the easy choice here, and the favorite, but I'm going to bend the knee to the king. That's right, Derrick Henry had more carries than Christian McCaffrey last season. 8 more to be exact, and only managed 1,167 yards to run CMC's league-leading 1,459. But Henry is getting a massive upgrade with his new offensive line in Baltimore, plus a quarterback who is an insane threat to run the ball himself, giving defenders 2 things to think about on any potential run play. Baltimore was the #1 rushing team in the league last year. Henry is 30 years old and has a lot stacked against him to be the rushing king, but it's literally in his name. Barry Sanders was 29 when he ripped 2,000 yards, and I want Henry to do this to show that running backs can have longer shelf lives than the league is currently giving them. The 3 other guys I like for this honor are Saquon Barkley, who also gets a massive upgrade with his new offensive line in Philly. If Jason Kelce was playing just 1 more season, I probably would have picked Saquon Barkley. I also love Bijan Robinson down in Atlanta, but I think he's going to get too much production catching passes versus straight runs. Then there's Breece Hall, who has the talent to do this as well. And I believe he will be put in better positions to succeed as a runner, assuming Aaron Rodgers stays healthy and returns to form, but the jury is still out on that Jets offensive line.
Whatever he's seeing, he sure looks happy about it.
Drugs.
My receiving leader. Yes, we will get our first ever 2,000-yard receiver, and everyone will be arguing about whether or not the record is legit because he did it in the 17th game. But here's the caveat. This player missed 1 game with a penis injury. So technically it's a clean record. That receiver will be DJ Moore. I'm just kidding, Bears fans. You know it's not going to be him. Now, I really want it to be Amon Ra, 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 St. Brown. So I can do that again. But I think it's going to be CeeDee Lamb. He's the only receiver I see that has 1, the quarterback to get in the targets. Lamb had 181 last year, which was the most in the league. He also had a second best 1,749 receiving yards. But I like CD because 2, he's the only legit weapon in the Cowboys receiving core. He's the #1 target in an offense that has yet to establish a true #2 receiver. All the other receivers who have a chance in terms of talent have a #2 guy that's just too good. Jamar Chase will have to compete with T. Higgins for balls. Puka Nakua's production, I think, is going to dip a little bit with a healthy Cooper Kupp returning. Sorry, Puka, you're getting cup checked. CeeDee Lamb has the best chance. Moving on to Defensive Player of the Year. In the last 10 years, 9 of the last Defensive Player of the Year awards have gone to defensive linemen or edge rushers. The exception being Stephon Gilmore in 2019. The last 4 years, the award has gone to Aaron Donald, TJ Watt, Nick Bosa, and Myles Garrett. It's time for a defensive back to get this fucking award, and my pick is third-year Ravens safety Kyle Hamilton. Just look at this guy. He's making the most absurd interceptions in camp, and it's going to carry over into the regular season. After having an up-and-down rookie year, Hamilton had 4 picks, 3 sacks, and 1 forced fumble, 13 passes defended, and a touchdown to earn first-team All-Pro honors with the Ravens at age 22. The craziest part of Hamilton's game is his size. He's 6'4", 220, a massive safety, but he has way more range than he should. Hamilton is winning this award, and the reign of edge rushers is taking a brief hiatus. I've got a new prediction, my Nerd of the Year award. This is going to go to the first guy who wears a Guardian cap during an NFL game, which is now permitted. Oh, you want to protect your brain, nerd? Nerd! The only man who will be brave enough, though, to wear a Guardian cap during a game will be a kicker. I predict Harrison Butker.
Man, that's how you protect.
The team that will be the biggest disappointment? I've been going through a bit of a roller coaster with the LA Chargers. They tend to be the safest bet every year for disappointment, right? But I don't think they can even qualify given Justin Herbert's already hurt, which I think will linger by the cranberries longer than most people believe. I remember what plantar fasciitis did to Peyton Manning in 2015, okay guys?
It was the most horrific performance that I've ever seen.
Now if the Chargers are off the board, I'm going to go to the NFC, and I am picking the Chicago Bears. I know no one is expecting them to come out and win the NFC, but I think expectations are still too high in Chicago. Hard Knocks won't help with that. And I'm here to tell you they probably shouldn't be that high. First of all, I'm not a big Matt Eberflus believer, and I think they should have paired Caleb Williams with a new offensive-minded head coach. The additions of Keenan Allen and rookie Rome Odunze were obviously very slick and cool, but allow me to list the Bears' starting offensive line. Left tackle, Braxton Jones. Left guard, Tevin Jenkins. Center, Ryan Bates. Right guard, Nate Davis. And right tackle, Darnell Wright. Needless to say, I'm not the biggest believer in this group right now. One that's already getting decimated by injuries, by the way, and I think this unit has the potential to hinder Caleb Williams' rookie season and put the Bears back in the cellar of the NFC North.
Signing bonus is 25.5.
Then we've got the most disappointing player, Aaron Rodgers, currently leading the pack for comeback player of the year odds, right? He's closing in on a year to the day where he tore his Achilles 4 plays into the Jets season opener. Now, I don't think he's going to be great, but he's not my pick for most disappointing player. That dubious honor is going to second-year Colts quarterback Anthony Richardson. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hear me out, Colts fans. I already mentioned that Richardson has higher odds to win MVP than Matthew Stafford and Kirk Cousins, even though he only started 4 games last year before he got injured. And I also know Richardson is an otherworldly talent at QB, but in a lot of ways, this season is going to be an extension of his rookie year. We're putting way too much on his shoulders at age 22 with just 84 passing attempts under his belt. And that's why I think he's going to be a disappointment. Richardson is also going to have to adjust to how he plays the game a bit if he wants to stay healthy for a full season. That will slow him down, in my opinion, in terms of development, and a shoulder injury is never good for a passer's development. Now, this isn't a judgment on the long-term viability of his career in Indy. I'm fucking rooting for the guy, but year 2 will probably include a ton of ups and downs. Who will be the first head coach fired? Interesting question. I will answer this. This list of head coaches on the hot seat never seems to get shorter, does it? This season, we have Mike McCarthy in Dallas, Dennis Allen in New Orleans, Matt Eberflus in Chicago, Nick Sirianni in Philly, Robert Saleh in New York as coaches whose asses are flaming hot this year. And AIFL predicts, oh, this one's a shocker, it's Andy Reid when his OnlyFans pictures are finally made public. Just kidding, that is clearly wishful thinking. AIFL has actually made an even more bold prediction. This is the first season since, Well, since I can't even remember that no head coach gets fired midseason. Jerry Jones doesn't have it in him to let Mike McCarthy join Josh McDaniels as the head coach who gets fired twice midseason. The Saints are too even-keeled to fire Dennis Allen before the season concludes. Aaron Rodgers will save Saleh's perfectly sculpted fiery ass, and the Eagles will bounce back. That leaves Eberflus. And I already said Chicago will disappoint, but it won't be so bad that Matt gets the boot prematurely. What about my Broncos and their prediction? I don't think this will come as too much of a surprise, but I certainly believe that Bo Nix will win the starting job week 1. And with 300 college starts under his belt, he might as well hit the ground running in the NFL. Guess what, you sons of bitches? I've got another prediction for you. That's right. I think all that college experience and a full season of starting will in fact lead to Bo Nix winning Offensive Rookie of the Year. Get hurt again, I will. He's going to be the first Bronco to win that award since Clinton Portis in 2002. My soul is opened and ready to be reamed, football gods. Like CJ Stroud last year, I think Nix will make his receivers look a lot better than they did with Russell Wilson. And he's going to raise the ceiling of the Denver's offense considerably. One big reason I think that happens with Nix and not the other 5 first-round quarterbacks, Nix has a good offensive line. Probably the best of anyone else that will start the full season in year 1, which I think will be Williams and Daniels, maybe Drake May. Nix does have 2 issues to contend with. One, Jaden Daniels possibly rushing for 800, 1,000 yards, and Caleb Williams becoming the first quarterback in Bears history to throw for 4,000 yards in a season. If either of those things happen, Nix loses the award. I do not think Caleb Williams breaks 4,000 passing yards as a rookie. I think he will eventually do it. I do think Jaden Daniels will be an insane dual threat, but AI says he won't stay healthy. Bo Nix has the lowest bar set right now. Thank you, Russell Wilson, Nathaniel Hackett, and to an extent, Vic Fangio. People think Denver has the worst roster in the league, so if Bo looks respectable with expectations lower, way lower than the Bears, he's easily the favorite. If you get ranked with the worst roster in the league before the season starts and you look competent, it's not that crazy, guys. Am I being crazy? It's not that crazy. Also, what if Greg Dulcich stays healthy? Then I've got Cooper DeJean, who's going to win Defensive Player of White Corners. It's really a battle between him and Riley Moss, and Moss is still trying to fight for snaps on Denver's defense heading into year 2. DeJean is currently sidelined with a hamstring injury, but he's still taking mental reps, which might be the whitest thing you can do. Rookies of the Year. I already told you Bo Nix is winning Offensive Rookie of the Year, but what about the defensive side of the ball? Well, it's going to be a bit of a shot in the dark because we didn't have a defensive player taken until 15th overall with Laiatu Latu, but I'm not going with Latu. I'm dropping 4 picks lower, and I'm going with the 19th overall pick of the LA Rams, defensive lineman Jared Verse. No, he doesn't have Aaron Donald drawing double teams from him, but Verse's production at Florida State was so consistent. 9 sacks in each of his last 2 seasons. And he's also already talking shit like a 10-year vet, which you have to respect.
Hey, when the pads on, we see who's a football player.
David Tepper is actually going to have his anger increase. Yes, Panthers fans, it can get worse. No more drinks getting thrown on the fans, though. Oh, no. This season, David Tepper's going to whip that thing out and piss on his fans. And while he does it, the Jumbotron will read, Tepper's Pepper Spray, which will also be sold in the official team store. Yes, David Tepper is going to sell his own piss to his own fans. That's how little he respects you. And finally, the Super Bowl prediction. Who's going to be in it? Who's going to win? Well, the Lions will beat the Packers in the NFC Championship game, even though Jordan Love throws for 400 yards in that affair. Dan Campbell will go for it on 4th down in the 4th quarter, needing 4 yards, trailing by 4 points. Oh, new kicker Jake Moody will become the first NFL kicker to hit 360-plus yard field goals throughout the season. But in this championship game, it will be Sam Laporta catching a game-winning touchdown for the Lions. The Lions will then beat the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Chris Jones won't be playing because the NFL creates new pants with fanatics, and his penis will keep flopping out of them, and the NFL is going to run out of money trying to censor his giant dong from flopping around in front of all of those new Taylor Swift fans. TV technology has come a long way, but it's simply not prepared for that man's penis, is an exact quote you will hear Mike Tirico say on Monday night or Sunday Night Football, whatever he does. And in a true nod to Barry Sanders, Jahmyr Gibbs wins Super Bowl MVP, rushing for 180 yards and 3 touchdowns, and Eminem forces Taylor Swift to retire after he goes nuclear on what was supposed to be a friendly rap battle between the two for the Super Bowl impromptu halftime show.
I'm still standing here screaming fuck Taylor Swift.
Those are your season predictions. If you hated them, please subscribe. If you liked them, please subscribe. We're getting ready for a bunch of bullshit, and you want bullshit every week? This is the YouTube channel for you. #1 in bullshit. That's my slogan, baby. Get with it or get the fuck out.